Great careers in advertising begin with a chance. Here's yours, the American Advertising Federation's National Student Advertising Competition, the NSAC. By working on this unique competition, students from AAF college chapters find out if they have what it takes to make it in this business. Employers recognize this real-world, hands-on experience as a valuable foundation for a career in advertising. Teams develop a national advertising campaign for a major brand or product and compete against other schools in their district. District winners advance to the national finals and pitch top executives from the client and its agencies. Last year's competition, sponsored by Bank of America, took place in Miami, Florida, and pitted the top 16 teams from across the U.S. in a tough competition for the national honors. The challenge? To create a campaign that would raise awareness and credibility of Bank of America Investment Services Incorporated within the affluent market and to double invested assets over a 5-year period. And the students delivered. Bank of America representatives praised all the students for their creative ideas and outstanding executions. And now, the 2002 NSAC winning presentation.
Speaking on behalf of Bank of America, we are enormously proud to once again sponsor this competition, which is truly unique in that it provides students an opportunity to experience the real world of advertising, as opposed to mere textbook knowledge. I know from the work that I've seen demonstrated as a result of this competition that you are now very astute in assessing the approaching challenges of promoting investment services. Please know that this is a huge accomplishment and every one of you should be proud. With that said, now on behalf of my colleagues at Bank of America, amidst a very difficult decision-making process, it is my pleasure to introduce the 2002 AAF winning national NSAC team. Please welcome Southern Methodist University. Give them a round of applause.
Good morning. We are Praxis from Southern Methodist University. My name is Amanda Taylor, and these are my colleagues, Matthew Bum, Kristen Corcoran, Jacob Perez, and way back there, the stylings of Chris Varghese on keyboards. We realize that you are at the beginning of what will prove to be a long day, but if you remember anything from today, we would like you to remember these 4 things. 1, the financial services industry has become commodified. Everyone is selling the same thing. 2, no one is saying anything different from anyone else. There seems to be a mantra of slave and save. 3, Bank of America Investments is a newcomer, and you're in an industry where a proven track record makes a big difference. And 4, Bank of America Investments, you must be different. If you do not position yourselves as different, it will be difficult, if not impossible, for you to succeed.
But the good news is, in this case, being different is exactly what your prospects want you to do. Our approach to Bank of America Investments is different. But in the financial services industry, being noticeably different is smart. Customers today are confused as to who is partnering with who still exists, and what their bank offers. The competition has gotten tougher, and the differences between companies have become hazy and blended. This is why moving in a new direction is so important.
We'd like to make ourselves perfectly clear. Our own research has pushed our thinking beyond the conventional because it forces us to recognize that the affluent want the unconventional. Jacob will now discuss the research that led us to these conclusions.
It is difficult to approach the affluent because they're often reluctant to be surveyed or interviewed. We, however, surveyed over 300 of them. We also conducted more than 50 one-to-one interviews and interviewed financial service industry experts such as Lou Dobbs from Marline. In addition, and to test the strength of our concept, we put together 2 focus groups. We know our target market. As a matter of fact, let's take a minute to look at what our account planning department put together, a snapshot of our target market in Joint Life. Chris? These are your clients, and they're busy enjoying life. Let me talk about one person we interviewed. He says that he has a tough time distinguishing between Fidelity and Merrill Lynch. They all seem to offer the same products, and he doesn't have the time to sort out all the differences. The point is that people just don't have the time. Kristen?
From our research, we've learned 3 key points. The affluent don't trust investment service providers. The affluent don't know much about Bank of America investments. And people want their needs to be satisfied today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. The marketing in this category is not what people really want. Take a look at your competitors' financial advertisements. Can you tell the difference from one financial advertisement to another? We can't either, and neither can your target market. From our research, we conclude that all anybody hears is the message slave and save, working really hard today to save up for some future benefit down the road. As Bill Russell, NBA Hall of Famer, used to say, don't let a groove become a rut. Well, the slave and save message is in a rut, and no investment service provider knows how to get out of it. To avoid this rut, we've developed our own proprietary concept, the Praxis Contrarian Model. This model examines how distinct and different we can be from our competition when it makes sense to do so. Our Invest in Life campaign follows this model, and our research supports it. Now we'll have Jacob explain just how we've applied it.
Our challenge was to raise awareness, and our campaign is going to do just that. Your clients wanted us to push the limit because no one else has given them what they need. Someone that can help them spend today. From that, our strategy is to position Bank of America Investments as the financial service firm that allows you to spend money wisely today while still investing wisely for the future. Now, I want you to note that we're not talking about just any kind of spending. We are talking about responsible and well-planned spending that is the result of the close relationships that exist between your advisors and their clients. Another one of our models that you might recall from the book, the denominator model, shows us that even though the affluent market appears to be homogeneous, there are actually many lifestyle differences that make them quite different. They all, and this includes what we like to call the modern, which are your younger affluent, the Renaissance or your middle-aged affluent, and the classics, who are the more mature affluent, have different future needs. And this may be purchasing a new home, education for the children, retirement for some, but they all have one common desire, and that is to spend. Because to live well, one has to be able to spend wisely. Now, I know this seems daring, unconventional for the industry perhaps, but it's needed and it works, and here's why. First, it develops a personality for Bank of America unlike any other. The concept of allowing people to spend their money confidently, it's assured to create a name for Bank of America Investments.
Now we've developed a point of difference in contrast to your competitors who advise their clients to slave and save. Few competitors offer their clients the flexibility and the ability to enjoy their lives today. So our question becomes, why shouldn't financial advisors allow their clients to spend wisely today while still saving for the future? After all, that's what the affluent want.
And that's exactly the question our creative answers. Our creative ideas are life-affirming, and best of all, they appeal to what the affluent want. In other words, they're completely different from what's out there right now. The affluent want relationships. They want benefits. What they don't want is the usual laundry list of products or fear appeal, or as you mentioned earlier, the slave and save message.
This campaign works. In addition to our ads, we have recommended a separate website for Bank of America Investments at BAI.com. This website will be easy to read and user-friendly, and it will help to develop an independent identity for Bank of America Investments.
We also believe most powerful brand communications reveal an essential truth we've all thought of at one point or another, but maybe we've never articulated. This is why we've packaged a unique proposition in each of our print and television advertisements equal to a brand personality. The proposition is foresight, to help your clients spend today while also saving for tomorrow. Our research shows this is what the affluent wants, and we're simply giving it to them. Now let's take a look at the ads. First, My financial advisor wants me in the red. The body copy, he knows my goals for the future, but he also understands what I want today, like that red Corvette. Like he says, spending is investing in today. And our tagline, invest in life. Invest in life incorporates your portfolio, your major life investments like college education or retirement, and your minor life investments like that red Corvette. It's simply all encompassing. Let's take a look at another. The next, my financial advisor wants me in the hole. The body copy. She knows my goals for the future, but she also understands what I want today, like that spot in the Pro-Am. Like she says, spending is investing in today. And the tagline, the life-affirming tagline, invest in life. Let's take a look at a third. My financial advisor wants me in ruins. The body copy, he knows my goals for the future, but he also understands what I want today, like that month in Rome. Like he says, spending is investing in today. And the tagline running consistently throughout our campaign, invest in life. And notice how we're taking financial lingo and turning it on its head, adding levity to an industry that doesn't usually have it. These advertisements, their design, their layout, headlines in the copy, when you're flipping through a magazine, or you're going through your general course of life, will demand your attention and your interest.
This campaign is versatile. In addition to the ads that you've seen in the plans book, we've developed further executions, and we've brought an example. My financial advisor wants me in deep water. He knows my goals for the future, but he also understands what I want today. Like that beach house in the Caribbean, like that month in Rome, like that spot in the Pro-Am, and like that red Corvette. Like he says, spending is investing in today. And again, the tagline, invest in life. Now we'd like you to take a look at our TV commercial. It pivots right off the print and supports that segment of our campaign. It will first be seen next year during the Academy Awards. Chris?
My financial advisor wants me in the red.
My financial advisor wants me in the hole.
My financial advisor wants me in ruins.
At Bank of America Investments, we offer integrated spending strategies to give you the freedom to spend confidently today while still preparing for your future. Spending is investing in today.
These ads work. They're startling, contrary to what you might expect. They're instantly recognizable and noticeable, and they're conversational, almost like an implied testimonial.
They're also benefit-driven and relationship-driven, rather than product-driven. And the message of foresight I mentioned earlier is both clear and personal. Anything less than this understanding, anything less than having a personalized vision for each of your clients is average. And average in this industry, as you well know, will get you nowhere. This is advertising that will cut through the clutter. This is advertising that goes against the slave and save grain, advertising contrary to the norm for good reason. Now, through our own touchpoint model, we've developed media, public relations, and promotions that will deliver this message in a new and fresh way. Here's Kristen with more.
Our touchpoint model is designed to illustrate how the Invest in Life campaign communicates with the affluent at home, at work, and at play. At any social event, leisure activity, or sports outing, Bank of America Investments is there. The point, your name is present at all times. Now this touchpoint model, as well as our contrarian model, have allowed us to develop our media plan. This frequency-oriented plan is smart, it's targeted, it's different, and it makes sense. There's little waste, it reaches the right people, and most importantly, it sets you apart from the pack. Basically, this plan touches the affluent from the moment they read that morning paper until they get home from the opera in the evening. That said, let's see how the plan works. Our national plan places heavy emphasis on the Bank of America retail footprint. We've divided our media into these 7 segments you'll see behind me: newspapers, magazines, television, alternative media, direct mail, radio, and the internet. We utilize all aspects of our media in order to intersect with the target market's lives. We further develop these media into 3 categories: primary media, secondary media, and alternative media, true to the Praxis Contrarian model. Media traditionally known as primary have now become secondary, and those historically known as secondary have now become primary. Our primary media are direct mail, the internet, newspapers, and magazines. Direct mail and the internet allow us to utilize Bank of America's extensive databases, thus building personal relationships. We further these one-to-one relationships by sending our direct mail piece out 4 times a year, reaching approximately 4.6 million affluent households. Now, as I mentioned before, print advertising takes up most of our primary budget. All of your advertisements are tailored to each specific magazine. We've brought a few of these magazines for you today to see your ads in these magazines. I'll take this one. Okay, so Money Magazine. This is what your ad's going to look like in this magazine.
Forbes magazine,
Golf,
Travel Leisure.
Now, print is the most credible medium to the affluent. As the Wall Street Journal notes, affluent investors are more than twice as likely to take action in response to financial advertisements in newspapers and magazines than on TV or radio.
we'd like to discuss our secondary and alternative media. We'll start off our frequency-based plan with the Academy Awards in March. The Academy Awards will specifically touch affluent women. Secondly, we will advertise on golf tee dividers, reaching the affluent who like to spend their time on the driving range. Next, we will underwrite national public radio, reaching both men and women on the drive to and from work. We've also decided to advertise where no media but ours can be seen, on Captivate Networks. Captivate is a system of screens in elevators in high-rises. We'll use this system in 5 major markets every day. Lastly, we will advertise on taxicab tops. These tops receive ads through wireless signals when in business districts. Kristen will now discuss the promotions, public relations, and budget.
Now, as you've noticed, our full budget is outlined in our plans book. It's important to note that we use 86% of our total budget for media and promotions, which are going to directly touch and communicate with the affluent target market. Now, these promotions have been designed to allow our clients to feel that they are the client. We'll sponsor sporting events, such as the Siebel Tennis Open and the America's Cup Sailing Regatta. We will also sponsor trade shows, such as the Money Show, where Bank of America Investments has the opportunity to interact one-on-one with members of the affluent target market. Now, Praxis also realizes that employees are paramount to the success of our campaign. So we've developed an employee incentive program for employees of both Bank of America and Bank of America Investments. These employees will receive both personal recognition and cash rewards every time they give a positive referral or word of mouth about Bank of America Investments. As you've also seen in the plans book already, our public relations include ideas such as the BAI Power Breakfast, media relations, industry press kits, and the Launch at Lunch program. Now, our largest source of positive PR is through our main taxi ride promotion, the Free Ride. Nothing like this has ever been done before. Bank of America Investments is going to give free taxi rides in 5 major cities: New York, Boston, Washington, D.C., Chicago, and San Francisco. The beauty of this is that it doesn't matter if we give 500 people rides or 5,000 people rides, because the point is that Bank of America Investments is present at all times, and the public relations is terrific. Imagine the national impact if the Today Show publicized this event. Chris, would you drive a sample taxi in, please?
Chris needs a little help sometimes.
Too far.
There it is.
Another place where our creative comes to life is in the Invest in Life sweepstakes. This is a quarterly program whose creative concepts correspond with those that are going to be featured in magazines and other media. Your clients will get a chance to win this 1957 red Corvette. Actually, 1962 as a judge pointed out yesterday. Sorry. Or perhaps win that Pale Beach Golf vacation package, and if anybody wants to correct me, feel free. One thing is certain, though, it is going to get their attention. Now, we also plan to educate children through our Make Sense program and our Leadership Foundation. Junior high and high school students will receive packages similar to this one with fun and educational information that is going to introduce them into the world of personal finance. Now, our entire campaign is designed to generate a positive word of mouth and to build relationships. Because of our startling creative, our innovative promotions, and a very strong direct mail campaign, your name is going to be present at all times. Now, to tell you how we plan to evaluate our campaign, here's Amanda.
To evaluate the success of the Invest in Life campaign, we will assess the campaign's ability to increase awareness and improve perception of Bank of America investments among the affluent. This evaluation will occur every 4 months and will provide informative data to make any changes necessary.
You have asked us to raise awareness, and we have done just that. Our research shows the affluent want advice on how to spend today as well as tomorrow. Our creative made this message, and our media are going to deliver it. We have picked the road less traveled, and we believe it will make all the difference. We want your business, and while you're considering it, we'll leave you with this, a review of what you and your clients will be getting with us. Chris? We're not done just yet. We have one more ad for you. My ad agency wants me on the street. The body copy, they know my goals for the future, but they also understand what I want today, like that fresh marketing campaign. Like they said, Praxis nailed it. Thank you very much.
Since 1973, over 80,000 students have learned about advertising through case study assignments provided by leading corporations like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, the New York Times, Daimler Chrysler, Hallmark, and Pizza Hut. The challenge continues next year as the 2003 sponsor Toyota gets ready for a taste of advertising's future stars. The finals will be held on June 5th in Los Angeles, California, site of the AAF's National Conference 2003. If you're interested in a career in advertising, join an AAF college chapter. Through programs like the NSAC, you will gain valuable experience and credibility. You will develop materials for your portfolio and have the opportunity to interview with major agencies and companies. Now's your chance. Want to get involved? Call the AAF Education Services at 1-800-999-AAF1 or check out the website at aaf.org.
the final selection, a team that we think did an excellent job, as well as the rest of you, really impressed with their work. Their praxis